everyone, it's Lisa Joy Young, and that is Mr. Caleb chilling in the background there. I went to put him down for a nap, and he said, "Oh no, Mama, that is not happening." So he's pretty happy right now, so I'm going to let him hang out with us for a while, as long as he behaves himself. Silly boy. Okay. Anyway, back to business. So I'm super excited to be doing this Buffy the Vampire Slayer collab. The artists doing this are amazing, and I cannot wait to see what they come up with. I decided, instead of trying to recreate a character, that I would do some face art inspired by a character. So in case you haven't guessed who the character is from the pictures at the beginning of the video, I'm being inspired by Angel, and of course I had to do Angel because Buffy the Vampire Slayer was my favorite show in high school, and of course I was in love with Angel. He's a tortured, immortal soul who's incredibly handsome, so what's not to love? Alright, so I'm just going to speed through the makeup portion of this, that way my video won't be an hour long, so here we go. So I'm pretty much done with the eye makeup. As obviously I was not careful with fallout because that's kind of part of the look. I want it to look really sloppy and messy and smudged. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking a flat brush with some Diamond FX black, and I'm just putting this under my eyes like this. And the reason is because this stuff is water activated, which means it'll run as soon as water hits it, and I'm going to try to give myself like streaks, like I've been crying, and I'm hoping this will run when I put the drops in my eyes. Before I do the drops, so I'm going to do some quick contouring. Okay, so I'm all done with the eye makeup and the contouring, and right now I'm just kind of looking gaunt and dead, and that's the feeling I was going for. So now I'm going to try to do the tears, and I'm hoping this will work. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see. I might end up having to put them in with makeup. There we go. Sweet. It worked! Let's try to get one over here. Farther. Don't go the same way, tear. Go a different way. There we go. Okay, so I'm done with the makeup portion, and I'm actually really digging this. I think it looks kind of like a corpse bride, so this is a good look to do if you're going to be a corpse bride. I'm actually a little afraid I'm going to mess it up with my paint, but I hope I don't. Alright, so I cut out this little cross. This is going to go in the middle of my head, and I'm going to base the rest of the design after this. So first, let's see, I'm going to place it where I want it. Make sure it's straight and in the center of my head. And I'm hoping this works. I haven't tried it yet, but to get a good outline of it, I'm going to powder around it like a white color, and then I'll brush away the powder after I, outline it. So hopefully this will show up enough so I know where to put my lines. Okay, so I'm hoping that'll leave a pretty good outline. Awesome, it worked. Okay, so I'm going to fill this in with a silver color. Try to do it as neatly as possible. All right, so I got my cross done. To get rid of the excess powder, I just brushed it away, so that method turned out to work pretty well. Now I'm going to do some shading. So I'm going to use this filbert brush, and I'm going to have my brush be very dry for this. And using some Diamond Effects black, I'm going to start by shading out the little circle. So the circle is going to be behind the cross. So just imagine where the lines, this is too thick. Okay, never mind, I'm using this brush. So just imagine where the lines of your cross are going to be, and I'm going to outline that really quick. So probably like here. And then just let me get closer so you can see. Okay, and then just pull the color out. You can use your finger to blend like that, just a little shadow, and do it wherever the cross meets the circle. Okay, now with a relatively dry, super skinny brush, I'm going to outline, and the reason I'm doing it pretty dry is because I want to keep the line really, really thin, and it's easy to get thick lines with wet brushes. So just keep your brush kind of dry if you want a really thin line. Okay, so I did my cross. I just shaded from the outside in and the inside out, and then the circle like you saw. And now is the last part of the design, which is the wings. Okay, so I'm outlining the outside or the inside edge of the wings, and I'm trying to make this as symmetrical as possible. So here's a tip. If you're trying to make things symmetrical, do the first one on your off side. So I'm right-handed. It's easier for me to do things on this side. So if I outline this side first, then I can more easily copy that side. So I did it on my left side, and then I put dots kind of lining up where different points of this were, and hopefully all of that will help me to get this really even. Okay, I think that's pretty good, so now I'm going to go and fill that in with black. Now the reason I'm using this kind of a brush is because it's the perfect shape to put on its edge, and then you can kind of twist it and it makes a really nice feather shape. A flat brush would probably work well too. So to do the rest of the feathers, I'm going to do that same motion. So just drag and twist and curve it like that. And they're going to get smaller as you go down. And I'm going to make them go all the way down to the corner of my eye. And they just get smaller and smaller. And I'm going to do a couple feathers down here, not a lot. Just a few, maybe 3. So 1, 2, 3. Maybe 1 more. 4. Okay, so I got my wings all filled in with black. Now it's time to shade. So this is only the second time I've done wings. The first time I've done black wings, so it can all go to crap from here. We'll see. So I'm taking silver. If you have gray, just use gray, but this is my only gray. It's silver. And that filbert brush again. And I'm going to start by putting some highlights on the wings. Right, so starting from the tips, try not to go outside of the black. Woo! That's way lighter than I expected. Okay. gonna pull the color in and flick your brush down to create texture and a blend at the end of your stroke. Okay, so flick the brush like that and try to end with the blending curving and pointing towards the center right there. So you're gonna pull the color, flick it in a curve, okay? Pull and flick. Pull and flick, pull and flick, pull and flick to every feather. And right here. So anywhere where light might hit, that's where you're highlighting. Alright, so now I'm going to do the second layer of feathers. It's the same motion, the drag and twist. And they're just right, they're a little smaller and kind of in between the larger feathers. Now you can't see them very well right now, but as we continue highlighting, they'll start to pop out. Okay, now we're going to go to the third stage, which is the white. So we're going to do some extra highlighting, and this is where things are really going to start to pop. You're going to continue to focus on the tips of the wings and make sure that the brush you're using is relatively dry so that you can easily blend. So the same thing you did with the gray, do that with the white. Start at the tip and flick it. And then go back up to the tip and then put just a little more white on there. Okay, so I have all of my highlighting done. So now I'm just going to go around the edges of the feathers and clean them up a little bit, and then we'll be all done. Alright, so I'm all done. Here's how it turned out. So I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's a creepy yet still beautiful look, and I haven't ever done anything like this before using just all blacks and grays and whites, and I really appreciate the collaboration. I'm so excited that I was able to do it, and I hope you guys liked my face art inspired by Angel. Alright, I hope you guys have a fun and festive season, and if you haven't done so already, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks everybody. Bye.